Okay, so I wanted to talk about a question that has come up recently, and that is which is better, Astral Horizon or Imperial Decree? Now, part of the reason I'm doing this is because I actually don't even know if I'm going to bother doing a review on Astral, because I'm already working on one for Decree, and pretty much everything I have to say about Decree is directly applicable to Astral. But what I wanted to address is which is better. This is something I've seen a lot. Is Astral better or is Decree better? So here's the thing, okay? Decree already has a slight advantage in base stats, especially when we look at range and handling, which are the two most important stats on a shotgun. Decree has 29 range, Astral Horizon has 24, Decree has 31 handling, Astral has 28. Now, not a huge difference, but still a difference. Now, of course, with Astral, you have the advantage of being able to put adept mods on it, which will certainly give Astral an advantage in one of those stats. Now, real quick, let's take a look at a couple of roles. First off, just to get this out of the way, if you are using this for shotgun aping, meaning you are one of these people who just, a match starts and you immediately pull out the shotgun and that's what you have out for most of the game. Then as far as barrel perks, I would probably go either corkscrew rifling, small bore, or smooth bore. We'll just put smooth bore on there for now for the range. Then I would go either assault mag or accurized rounds. Assault mag will increase your rate of fire slightly. Accurized rounds, of course, gives you a big bump to range. If you're shotgun aping, the main thing you want here is going to be slide shot. You slide and you get a free 20 range while and briefly after sliding. In the fourth column, no question, opening shot. You could go with 1-2 punch, but we want to try to get that one-shot kill consistency as much as we can, so I would stick with opening shot. I would do the exact same role for shotgun aping on Decree. Now, the role I want to focus a little more on is a role for defensive use. What I mean by that is you keep a shotgun, you actually are someone who actually uses their primary, and you have a shotgun in your back pocket in case maybe someone else is trying to ape you with a shotgun, push you with a glaive, so on and so forth. You keep that shotgun in your back pocket in the event that you need to whip it out and shut someone down. For that purpose, I would go with barrel shroud, accurized rounds, threat detector, if I can find it, and opening shot. Now, again, we do want to try to get that consistent one-shot kill, but if you are playing on, say, Arc Titan or something like that, then Elemental Capacitor certainly isn't a bad thing to have because you can use it to really bump that handling way up. But that being said, I would still go for opening shot first. Elemental Capacitor would be my second choice. Same thing on Decree. Barrel shroud, accurized rounds, threat detector, opening shot. As far as your masterwork goes, you could go handling, or you could go with range. We'll just put range on both of these for now. And you can see Imperial Decree does have, or Astral rather, does have a slight advantage here because when you masterwork it, it gets a bonus to range, stability, handling, and reload speed. Imperial Decree will only get the bonus to range from the masterwork. Then, of course, with Astral, you have the advantage of being able to use adept mods. So you could slap on adept range, you could slap on adept handling, whatever the choice may be. Imperial Decree, you don't have those. You're probably going to want to stick with quick access sling just to decrease that draw time. Now, as far as which one is actually better, I would say that Imperial Decree has a slight edge over Astral Horizon. Yes, even though Astral, when adept, can have the adept mods. The main reason being, on Imperial Decree, you can craft it and you can use enhanced perks. So you could go with enhanced threat detector, enhanced opening shot, or, if we're using the aping roll, enhanced slide shot, so on and so forth. And what we've learned since weapon crafting was first introduced with Witch Queen is that those enhanced perks do make a substantial difference. So with the presence of enhanced perks on Imperial Decree, I would say it does have a slight advantage over Astral Horizon. Now, I don't know if Bungie has talked about this at all. To my knowledge, they have not said anything one way or another. But we do know now that on Adept raid weapons, you can enhance 2 of the perks on an Adept raid weapon. I don't know if they've discussed that at all with Trials. To my knowledge, they have not. But if that were to happen with Trials weapons, and it's a big if, but if that were to happen, then yes, Astral Horizon absolutely has the advantage there. But until that happens, Imperial Decree has a slight advantage. It also has the advantage of just being easier to get. You do not have to play Trials or any PvP to get Imperial Decree. You can get Imperial Decree just from focusing Defiant Engrams at the war table. You get 5 red borders, and you can get an Imperial Decree. So it is also easier, albeit maybe takes longer, to get an Imperial Decree. I was able to get mine very quickly. You know, Defiant Engrams right now are just dropping like candy. You get them from just about everything. So I was able to get mine very quickly. I would imagine most people probably also already have this weapon at this point. So Imperial Decree has a slight advantage over Astral Horizon with enhanced perks, and it's just easier to get. You don't have to worry about going flawless and then trying to farm the flawless pool for weapons or anything like that. Now, from a perspective of pure objectivity, yes, I do think that Imperial Decree is better. Personally, I kind of prefer Astral, but it's for, believe me, thoroughly unimportant reasons. The first one being that Astral is just a really good-looking shotgun. Like, it's such a good-looking shotgun. Imperial Decree is kind of ugly in my opinion. Granted, we do not have the ornament for it yet. Bungie, please bring it back. It looks so much better than the base model. But Astral Horizon is a really good-looking shotgun. The other thing that I like, and I'm going to bring up the game here, is Astral actually has a sight. Like, it actually has a sight, and I don't know what it is with Bungie and their shotguns, but for one reason or another, on a lot of our shotguns, we just do not really have sights. Like, what the fuck is that? Now, granted, if we get the ornament, then it does give Imperial Decree better sights, but Astral Horizon already comes with a sight, which is kind of nice. Now, that isn't really a big deal. It's not like, you know, having a sight actually boosts the weapon in any way or anything like that. I just like it because, for me personally, it just makes it easier to know where my pellets are going, and as someone with less than ideal eyesight, having a sight like this just makes it easier to track a target if I have to. So, for that reason, I do slightly prefer Astral Horizon. But if none of that matters to you, go get an Imperial Decree, prioritize that. It is the better shotgun at this time. The nice thing about both of these, though, is, of course, precision frames are kind of the meta right now, with the best precision frame in the kinetic slot easily being Fractithist. But Fractithist, unfortunately, is no longer available unless, you know, Xur happens to bring it or something like that. Maybe Banshee can bring it. I don't think so, but maybe. So until that day comes, these are both a very good substitute for something like a Fractithist. Plus, with precision frame pellet shotguns, not talking about slugs here, just pellet shotguns, really outpowering all of our other pellet shotguns, it wouldn't surprise me if at some point either other shotguns get buffed or precision frames get brought down a notch. If that day comes, then it would be a very good idea to have an Imperial Decree or an Astral Horizon with a God roll at the very least tucked away in your vault in the event that that happens. But that's all for me today, Guardians. I don't know if I'm going to do a review on Astral. If you guys want to see one, let me know, but keep in mind, everything that I have to say about Astral is the exact same thing that I would say about Imperial Decree. I already have a review in the works for Imperial Decree, so you guys let me know. If you want to see a review of Astral, I'll do a review, but otherwise, I'm just going to put out this video and the Imperial Decree review and just leave it at that. But that's all for me today, Guardians. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor, leave me a like, hit the subscribe with the bell icon. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on both these shotguns. Let me know which one you prefer. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace, Guardians.